I'm very aware that I'm very dark on one side at the moment because of the weird lighting. I do have a reflector, but I'm literally too lazy to go get it. Hi everyone, it's Tash and welcome to another weirdly lit recipe video. And today we are making a lemon ricotta blueberry crumb pudding cake. Yeah, maybe I should work on the name of that. But it is going to be delicious. And now that the weather is less roasting hot, I'm in the mood for baking. This is a very simple cake to whip up. It just has two components to it, the crumb topping, which is also known as a streusel, and it's basically a very rough and ready biscuit topping, cookie crust if you will. And on the bottom we're going to have a really puddingy cake-like thing. Ready? Let's go to the kitchen and see how it's done. First things first, let's preheat our oven to 180 degrees C. Next we're going to make the crumble. I've got 80 grams of unsalted butter here. We're going to add 130 grams of plain flour, 50 grams of caster sugar, 50 grams of light muscovado sugar or light soft brown sugar. Bear with me. There we go. And a little pinch of salt. And I'm going to go straight in with my hands. Give it a rub. And once it forms a kind of wet sand mixture and it's like a very rough dough that you can squeeze together but crumbles apart easily, you are done. Now let's make the cake. I've got 115 grams of unsalted butter which I've softened at room temperature too, and I'm going to add 175 grams of caster sugar. Now I'm going to give this a whisk together until it's light and fluffy. Now I'm also going to dump in 250 grams of ricotta, which happens to be a whole tub for me, handily. Now I'm going to dump in 3 eggs. Now I'm also going to grate a whole lemon into this, well, not a whole lemon, just the whole of the lemon zest. And I'm also going to go ahead and squeeze the lemon straight into this, which I'm doing in a sieve because I don't want any pips. We're going to give this a quick zhuzh too. Now we're going to add 150 grams of self-raising flour and a little pinch of salt. Now here I have 300 grams of blueberries. I'm actually going to toss them with a tablespoonful of plain flour. And this is going to help them not sink in the cake. And finally we're going to dump our floured blueberries straight into our bowl and give them a little fold in. Now I've prepared an 8 by 8 inch tin which I've lined with 2 strips of baking parchment, and I've also greased it too to help it stick down. I'm going to dump this cake mixture straight in. I'm going to give it a good tap on the counter to make sure it fills all those corners. And then, remember our crumb topping? I'm just going to grab chunks of it and dump it straight on, really roughly. Now we're just going to give it a very light press down, just to make sure all of those lovely crummy bits are sticking to the cake. But don't squish it down too much because we want that nice rough texture. And now we're going to bake this for about 40 to 45 minutes. Woohoo! That cake is golden brown on top, and if you press it, just a little bit springy, so that is perfect. That was actually a full 45 minutes. So now let's get this to cool down completely. Just leave it until it's nice and cool. The cake is cool, we have popped it out of the tin and put it on the cutting board, but before we cut it, and this part is totally optional, I'm going to ice it. This is some lemon icing that I've made literally just with 50 grams of icing sugar and about 2 teaspoonfuls of lemon juice. And yep, like I said, this is optional, but I like the little extra touch. I'm just going to drizzle it on. And for the final finishing touch, just gonna grate some zest over that. Now let's chop her up. Let's see, probably into a 9. Wow, that looks amazing. I can't begin to describe to you how good these smell. They smell so buttery and lemony. I cannot wait to get my fangs into these. And look at how insanely soft that cake is. It just cuts through like butter. And that lovely crunchy top is a really good contrast with that. I'm trying to waft the smell of this cake into your screen. Right, I can't sit here and talk about this without taking a bite. It was very good when I did the slowmo cut. I didn't have a bite out of it, but now I will. So I'm going to get a little bit of the puddingy cake, a little bit of the topping. Cheers! Sensational. Look at that inside. Super moist. I know people don't like that word, but it is what it is. Super lemony, not too sweet, and we've got the super crunchy, I'm saying super a lot, very crunchy topping on top. I really love that biscuit crumb topping. I know it's really gross, my mouth is watering just anticipating another bite, so I'm going to wrap this video up. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's recipe video, and I hope you'll join me next Wednesday for my next one. Get the full written recipe on my blog tashcakes.com, follow me on Instagram, I'm tashcakes.tastes, and find me on TikTok too. I'm tashcakes there too, but my handle is food in slow motion. Subscribe and hit the notification bell if you'd like to see more. Give this video a like if you liked it to help other people find it. Comment down below if you'd like me to make anything in particular, and I will see you all next time. Be good, be nice, and have a good week. I can't wait to get stuck into this cake. Seagulls.